Yeah, you can do that, but still, the laning phase is kind of rough. I mean, Morphling destroys Ember on the lane, we saw that, and Void Spirit is kind of similar in lane, and he can get punished by Morphling. It's not that easy of a lane, but I think Borania, he can manage, and as you said, if he gets off a good start, get the Aghanims, get the Yules into Remnant setup, he can also set up kills on Morphling, so it's like it's a coin toss. Who gets the initiation, who is better player?
Yeah, I think it's a case of if the voice spirit, if he's in the mid, if he can survive until 6 without dying, then suddenly it's in your favor. You can maybe find a kill on Morphling if you catch him off guard. Not the easiest thing, but say you have a hero like Mirana rotating, which you do have a strong ganker in this game, we could see that come to fruition. But speaking of ganky type heroes, fighting type heroes, we are seeing a bounty hunter out from Ninjas and Pyjamas. This should be Saberlight's hero. We know this boy loves his bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy, but I think it's laning is pretty good against Lifestealer because the bounty. Many people forget it, but this guy has insane armor. I think he's not quite Terrorblade, but he's got 7 armor level 1, I think. So Lifestealer, who doesn't really deal that much damage early on, doesn't actually deal that much damage to Bounty Hunter in the first, like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. So it's a good lane for Bounty. He can consistently, well, Janata him steal his money, and it's basically a very favorable lane for NiP, and so far I like the answers for Lifesteal a lot. There's the Storm Spirit. Huh.
Okay, so likely this should be Brian, your Storm Spirit. Void Spirit is going to be on 33. And
Yeah.
unless we want to see a possible Ember Spirit, I don't think we're going to have to worry about more spirits appearing in this game.
No. I don't think that will happen. But yeah, the Storm Spirit last pick. That's a hero that can deal with Morphling. Yeah, I like it. I like that Storm Spirit a lot. So far, there's not much control against him. Of course, Moderna can shackle him, but it's not reliable. It's also not that easy to land. So Storm Spirit can't play around it. So NiP, they still gotta find an answer for the Storm Spirit. They got a lot of answers for the Lifestealer, but the Storm and the Void as well are kind of too elusive right now. So they need some hard lockdown, I feel like.
I'm trying to think what can cover that with your final pick here. I'm looking right now, it seems like it's probably Charlie Heroes being safe for the end, and there's not many that kind of fit what you're asking of that final pick.
That is true. That is true. Charlie is not really the I'm stunning people kind of hero pool. He's more like I am farming, I am pushing out waves, I will hard carry. But
Maybe he
let's
just
see.
has the best RNG in the game. He picks Troll every time he nets straight away.
Maybe. I mean, Troll, yeah, Troll actually might be a decent pick here. But let's see. Maybe it's also a safe lane morph and they last pick a mid lane. I don't know. But mudgolems, they already banned the Corpus Puck because those two heroes can counter Storm on lane pretty hard. So they are also counting on the Charlie morph and the Supreme last pick.
That's true. I mean, fairness is good against both the spirits, so it breaks any flexibility. I don't think there would be much flex. I don't believe 33 is a Storm Spirit spammer in the offlane. That's more of a.
Yeah.
I feel like Liquid is the only team I've seen do that in the last year.
Yeah.
But that's just team dynamics at play, really. So mudgolems rounding out. It's just going to be a support, as you would have figured. CM, not bad, though. These heroes, at least the spirits, are very mana intensive.
Yeah. It's a good hero. You can lock down Morphling and Bounty Hunter. It's just a solid hero right now. I think it's a bit undervalued, the CM. But it's actually pretty nice. Sweet hero rounds of the draft. Nothing too fancy though. Let's see what NiP pick though, because that's what I'm really I won't say worried about, but they have a lot of options here, and I don't have a clue what they're gonna pick, to be honest.
It feels like there's a decent amount of boxes that need to be ticked, right? Like your initiation
Yeah.
feels a little bit weak right now. You already mentioned you want a reliable stun. You still got to think, do we want a hard hit and right click carry, or is that going to be the Morphling and we give Supreme something else?
Yeah. That's the thing. If you got so much flexibility in your team, you have to think a lot about your last pick because there are so many options. Like you can put the Morphling on carry on safe lane. You can put the bounty on core and support, but it's the monkey pretty fast. It's probably mid lane monkey, I think, because that hero lanes pretty well against Storm. Nope. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Okay, I mean, I kind of want to see them stick at mid still, but I don't feel like that's going to be the case. I don't see Charlie as the flex player for the mid lane, right? Like we rarely ever see it from NiP. And that does raise some concerns for me because, Void Spirit, not necessarily the easiest one to kind of pressure out a lane, but more importantly, Monkey King is this momentum-based hero. And that's why we usually see it in the mid. That's why it's really only been holding on in that role almost exclusively, is because without that extra XP gain, you're kind of missing those vital skill levels that allow you to dominate the mid game.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I think the MK has a good matchup against the Void Spirit, and he also offers the stun. We talked about reliable stun, and that Charlie doesn't really play the reliable stun heroes, but Monkey is one of those heroes that have a reliable stun from the post 1. And it's not the most comfortable hero for Charlie, I think. But let's see. I think this guy, he is so good at Dota. He can also perform on these heroes that he is not seen as often as other heroes on.
See, I'm hearing you say reliable stun. I get where you're coming from. Like, it is quite quick, but I am just looking and thinking these are spirits, right? These are elusive heroes. So, like, especially 33, for example. If he sees you boundless striking, he has 2 spells which can dodge it. A Storm Spirit, I'm pretty sure it's quite feasible to, like, get your ball lightning off before the boundless strike connects as well. So you have to do it from the fog every time.
Exactly, from the fog or from the trees. I mean, that's the classic way to play the hero. You're on the trees, engage with your Boundless on those elusive heroes, of course. If the enemies are not elusive, you can just go hit them and then slam them. But if it's elusive heroes, you have to stun and engage from the tree line. But that's a pretty sweet setup because it's quite literally instant, like a Fisher would be, and then you can follow up with a Windrunner. And I think that's gonna be like, this hero is one of the best picks to like fill this initiation hard disable role from the post 1 role.
Can I just say that that wide sword there on the intro screens is the reason that I one day would love to be a pro player, right?
How? Which exactly?
The fact that everyone's synced up on the choice of animation when they represent it. Because you know how many times I've tried to get everyone to just die on my team? And I don't mean in-game, I mean, like, I've tried that too, but in the introduction. Because, like, it sends a message. It sends a psychological message to your opponents, like, we are in sync.
That's true, that's true. It's like it's true, that's true. I mean, one day it's gonna happen. One day it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the best moment of their life.
It'll bring a tear to my eye. I mean, I think anyone who hits the die animation is the true alpha, right? Because that's the bait. That's the ultimate bait. They're like, oh, that guy thinks he's gonna die a lot. No. It's the opposite. It's the opposite day, baby. That means I'm gonna live and everyone else around me is dead.
I guess. So let's see. Bounty runes are traded to 2, and Lyser is laning bottom. Everything normal. So yeah, laning configuration pretty normal. Post 1's on safe lane. Post 3's are on off lane. Mid lane is also as we expected, but Fada is starting top right now. Fada starting top, but it's TPing.
Okay. I wouldn't mind it if they tried for a first blood, but then you're leaving your lifesteal alone against 2 hard pressure heroes. The reason I wouldn't mind a free, right, is that Monkey King until he gets level 3 is he has no real way of defending himself if he gets overwhelmed.
Exactly. The armor buff kind of helped him out, but still, he needs some levels to work.
The classic, let's just buff the armor 1 by 1. 3 or 4 patches later, it's like, oh, this hero's pretty tanky now. Nice.
Yeah. 4 armor. Like, the hero used to have 0 armor level 1, but now it's 4 armor. That's like huge, actually.
I mean, that's an infinite increase right there,
Yeah, that's true. CM also starting with a natural item build right now. I think Puppy was the first one to do it in pro games. It's 4 branches, 3 mangoes, 2 tangos. It kind of is standard by now on 5 heroes that have like a spam spell. On Bane Elemental, for example, Puppy did it. It's the Brain Sap. On CM, it's the Crystal Nova. And using this item build is, well, it's heavy stat, and it's also a lot of regen, and I like it a lot. And I think if you're a plus 5 player and looking for a new item build to try, this one is one of the best to try right now because it is strong.
Yeah, it's just like, if you're playing POS 5, you're not really sure, you haven't played it much before, like, this is the safest way to play that role right now. I mean, look at CM, 53 damage, 660 HP, like, the Wind Ranger can't trade favorably right now with Fada at the start of this lane.
Exactly. Like, right now she's in the tower, of course, she's got the +3 damage, but if like both people are not in the tower, Fada can actually trade pretty well with the Windrunner. And that's the thing you want to do. If you're a post 5 player, you want to be able to trade with the enemy post 4. If you can do that, the lane is most likely fine, because most of the time the carry can trade favorably with the post 3. And, well, if both of your heroes trade favorably, the lane is probably going to be pretty good for you.
So many meepos on my screen. I thought this was the old Ninjas and Pyjamas roster for a moment. And these see, this is what I mean. Like, it was a nice idea, but look, none of the players ever liked this game. Any of these games.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, Wakameepo is at least kind of like a semi-flex, right? I'm quicker than the other players. But
Yeah.
the other two, I don't know. Especially the musical chairs.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, these things, they were fun for approximately like half a game.
Yep.
And then everybody's just started to skipping them and like clicking on it every single time the game is
It was a smart
paused.
experiment, right? Like, people originally were like, you know, how can we stop people just mashing the unpause button? As I say that, after we mash this unpause button, Saberlight's just brought down quickly.
Yup. He actually died pretty easily back there. He got slowed, and he overestimated his tankiness. I mean, yeah, he has 7 armor, but still, it's only a 640 HP hero. And he also has no stats on his hero. He's got like some Ring of Regen, some Quelling Blade, but there's not much, no Ring of Protection, no Wraith Band or anything, so he is not that tanky yet.
I mean, in his defense, getting a Ring of Protection might be overkill on this hero. And I respect the fact that he goes for Ring of Regen. Just, it's always been the thing that the hero is lacking, right? It's why, for a while, when we saw Bounty quite popular, you just get a Ring of Health quickly and you were nigh on unkillable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the issue if you're itemizing like this. He's rushing phase boots, well, like that. You can still die on lane if you're not careful. And CM also has like a lot of damage, actually. A lot of people underestimate the damage CM can deal, because Frostbite and Crystal Nova both are insane level 1 spells. 130, 150 damage each. That's a lot of damage for 2 spells on level 1 each.
I mean, and the crazy part is that with that Iron Branch build you were talking about, you're able to actually afford both those spells, whereas you used to have to make the choice. And Saberlight, the only choice he's got is to die at this rate. Very far to try and save his life. Nice win run through from Error. Slowed down Lifestealer just enough.
Pretty close again, but, well, you're seeing this Crystal Maiden doing a lot of work on the lane. And Orbital Venom also coming in from Skeeter. Like, he's always doing this. Yesterday he did it. Both games I saw him play. No, 3. No, he actually did in 3 games, I think. This game again. It's just such a nice item to pressure the offlaner who's already getting pressured.
Yeah, it's kind of a case of now these carries are identifying that actually, instead of just hitting creeps, like, you know, the net worth difference if you can force out your opponent is worth it. And Oof is just a what?
Oh my god, yeah, I saw it. Supreme, he played it really well, but in the end, he was flying a bit too close to the sun. It was super close. He died. It was like 3 HP overkill, the Remnant, that killed him. He would have lived.
I mean, I literally looked at mid. I looked to where it's like, just morphling things. Supreme, he's a great morphling player. He never screw up on the health variable here. Whoops.
Oh, whoops, that happened. And so it wasn't the biggest mistake. Still, he is getting stomped pretty hard, you gotta admit. Like this kill, the rune Borania got, he's got a sizable XP lead, and also the gold is looking pretty good for Borania. And like he's starting to look like a real good player, actually.
No surprise from me. I've been watching this lad. I remember when he spammed the crap out of Kunkka. Admittedly, that was when everyone wanted to play Kunkka, but you know, he had his flashy standout moments. And meanwhile, top, they're gonna be able to bring down Misha. That's kind of an expected death, really, against this combo. It's not easy for an Inch to survive. And it's getting a little bit worrying. Like, it's only 3 kills on the board, but like even if these kills hadn't occurred, we were already seeing a CS differential in favor of mudgolems. And that's not really changing too much. Exactly.
The only one who's comfortable right now is probably Charlie, and I don't know if you want to have that. The Morph is getting pressured so hard in mid lane. It's rough.
I mean, it was your final pick, Monkey King, right? So, you know, you should damn well hope that it's doing well at least.
Yeah.
So, that's something you can look forward to, is that in the Lifesteal and Monkey King matchup, it's fairly decent for the Monkey King. Of course, I think the change to Infest makes it a little bit better for Lifesteal, as you can have those get out of jail free cards now.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, they still got a lot of potential in mid-game.
Error. No. When will they learn? This rune spot here belongs to Baranya.
Dangerous. Yeah, exactly. Like first Supreme died there, no Era died there. Man, just don't try it. Don't try it. He's level 7. He's got a haste rune now, rushing the Orchid, and this guy will terrorize NiP. Like, I'm telling you, the Leicester doesn't really need to play right now, but if he has to, they got the option of the Leicester plus Storm, and it's looking rough for the NiP boys. If these two heroes like gang up on anyone.
Yeah, now right now we're just learning what many of us learned many years ago in Pokemon, that lightning, thunder, it beats water.
That is true, actually.
I mean, it's going to electrocute a monkey at this rate as well. They're moving in. Oh, off the mark, but they'll ball lightning in anyway. Dragging towards them. Charlie has to turn around. Nice stomp there to try and save the day, but too little too late as Baranya's still got enough mana left to kill.
Man, this guy is looking insane, honestly. Like, Boania, this guy is looking insane. Yesterday, he just dumpstered everyone. Today, it's like he's dumpstering mid, he's dumpstering top, he's dumpstering the Windrun on the bottom rune spot. Like, you're not safe from this guy. Never. Never and at no place ever. Bottom Sableye also getting pressured, and man, these lanes are escalating.
Yeah. It makes you question, like, where is NiP's play? Because when you look at their heroes, you can say you got a Bounty Hunter, it's not bad. But you kind of need teammates that can run behind you against this lineup, right? Like, there's no easy catch. Maybe fodder and that's it. So then, if we look at the other cores, well, it's a Morphling, right? Should we move on? Yeah, I think we should move on. Monkey King, who has already been proven not to be invincible in this game, is going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting as we proceed to the end of the laning phase.
Yeah, exactly. And in the draft, we talked about Bounty Hunter being a counter to Lifestealer, but it's not really looking like that. Oh, Skeeter's diving a bit too deep.
Yeah, that's a little bit greedy.
Whoops.
There we go. The wonderful thing about Infest, just sit inside and get full health up again.
Yep. And they're also pressuring the tower pretty well, and the Siege Creep is still alive. We shouldn't forget that. By doing this move, they kept the Siege Creep alive, which did quite a sizable amount of damage to the tower, almost 50%. But still, the lane bottom is looking super good for mudgolems, and I don't think NiP prepared for that when they picked the Bounty Hunter in response to the Lifestealer. I think Sableye was like, alright, boys, pick me Bounty Hunter, this Lifestealer, I'm gonna dumpster him. But so far, no dumpstering has been done, in that direction at least.
And it's kind of weird, because I feel like whenever I see Bounty Hunter picked by Ninjas in Pyjamas, there's a clear kind of operational plan behind it, right? Like, you mentioned the lane, but usually they play for after the lane. That's why they combo with things like Tinker, for example. Right?
Yeah.
These heroes that can exploit the vision to maximum advantage.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't really have that in this game.
No. I mean, Monkey's going to see what he's going to see. And, Morphling, he just about gets the morph off.
Pretty good. Pretty good. And Charlie already jungling. He's opting for a 2-2-2 item build. So, you often want to get 3 Dance Max. You don't want to get Boundless Strike and Jingu max because your farm speed just suffers so much. And yeah, he's just going for mid lane.
He keeps poking. He knows it's unlikely, but he's looking for that one moment where Supreme will slip up. He's proven he could do it. He's proven that it can happen in the bot room before. So why not?
But yeah, Charlie, this guy is going for farm build, but it doesn't feel good to be 0-1-0. And, well, he had to abandon the lane. So, yeah, right now, 33 free farming. And now, well, the top 4 cores have 3 mudgolems heroes there, while Charlie's waiting on a tree. It doesn't feel too good.
No, and it's really, what is your move here? Like, what is your plan? Once again, it's that case when you look at their lineup, they don't have great initiation. While when you look at mudgolems, they have 2 forms of strong initiation in terms of getting in with both of the spirits.
Yeah, both spirits. And even the Mirana can hit like a random arrow and start the fight like that. So they got a lot of options, to be honest. And 33, man, he's looking huge. He's looking huge. That shouldn't happen. I mean, they picked the Monkey King to dumpster the Void Spirit. I feel like NiP, they picked the Bounty into the Lifestealer, they picked the Monkey into the Void Spirit, but it's not really working out. Somehow the Mudgolems boys just laning too damn well.
Yeah, it's always that frustration in the early levels. Like, you can't necessarily force 33 out that easily because the Resonant Pulse kind of counters out your level 1 Jingu. And you can see he went for this maxed out to Assimilate build. He's, even from an early level, always had the means to quickly move away from any attempt to get the stacks up on the Monkey King, which just made that lane so much easier.
Exactly. And he's also able to flash farm with Dissimilate. You shouldn't forget that, because this spell is pretty good at clearing Cubers.
Pretty
Oh,
clean,
yeah.
cut and dry kill for them here as they'll run him down and kill him off. The rotation's coming in, but it won't matter. Shackle Shot can't connect as they get invis just in time. And now Supreme is stuck here, which means your mid tower might be a little bit exposed.
Exactly. That's the important part about it. They're losing a tower, they're losing a bounty hunter, and Morphling is stuck on bottom lane. He has to run back mid if the mudgolems decide to push. But Misha is in a pretty good position. They're pushing it out with his Alpha Wolf. Well, deterring the aggression of mudgolems. Still 4k lead, and it's only growing because look at this Void Spirit. He's been AFK farming for 6 minutes on top lane without any kind of competition on his lane, and now he's starting to pressure the tower.
Like, look at his item choice. He's decided to go different here. He had queued up the Yules, but I like this much more. When you get this free of a game against a Morphling, against these squishy supports, you always choose Ags. And as I'm talking about that, Saberlight gets brought down in the mid lane. This is just NiP responding. They're never able to actively make a move. There's no proactivity to this.
And Supreme, he's engaging on the Storm Spirit, but there's not really any chance of him to get a kill there. So, I don't know. These NiP guys, they seem to me not...
Out there's the awkward reveal, but it's too obvious. With the level 1 ball lightning, you can't get in quick enough. They'll at least pressure him out and away from the lane so they can maybe get some damage on the town. They might even find a freebie on error here. Brought low, and with the urn ticking, the final click coming in from Baranya, you'll definitely get that kill.
This guy's crazy, man. He's jumping into 2 towers 12 minutes into the game. But he's fine.
Yep, and look who's here again, looking for some sort of purpose, some meaning in this game. It's Charlie.
Yeah, this guy, man, he's not been having the greatest game. Like, he was the 10th pick in the game. He should have had a good game, but so far it's just not looking that great. And that hero is not, I don't know, not the comeback hero, but let's see. Supreme in mid lane against Lifestealer.
He can thrive in the super late game, right? But it's like,
yeah,
the comeback there is you need your opponents to kind of, I don't know, decide to throw themselves into the meat grinder and serve themselves up on the plate for you.
Exactly. Like, yeah, that hero can come back, but there's a huge gap in mid game where his damage is just lacking. Like, yeah, ultra late, this hero is a beast, but in mid game, not so sure. Oh, Misha getting an edge on top.
Yeah, he has got the 6 though, so not worth it for them.
Yeah, pretty tanky, tanks a lot of spells, and the Belt of Giant Strength plus the infused raindrops are making him pretty tanky in combination with his ult. Small legs coming out. Skeeter has finished the omelet. This game is really looking to escalate quickly right now. The Storm Spirit is close to level 2 ball lightning. That's when the party is getting rolling really well.
I mean, it's always that timing, right? Like, this is the thing about the hero that can make him pretty busted in some games, is you get your Orchid in conjunction usually with your level 2 ball lightning, and then zip zap, everyone's just gone splat.
Yeah, exactly. The Storm, he will terrorize people.
I'm still focused on this 33 Void Spirit. Like, I do play a lot of Void Spirit. I'm always like intrigued by this hero and the way it can be made to work. And it's kind of the more impressive part of the dissimilate. Like, usually if you're forced to max dissimilate, it doesn't feel good, especially on the out lanes. Like, Resonant Pulse is your bread and butter. But this lane should have absolutely counted him out because he can't get Resonant Pulse, right? It's not just the Monkey King we mentioned. It's the fact you can dispel the Resonant Pulse every time.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the dissimilate, you can farm so well with it. And he's 82 CS at minute 14. That's like a mid lane tier of farm. Look at his Aghanims timing. It's going to be insane. 14-minute Aghanims. It's insane, the Morphling.
Look at the comparison. Oh. Supreme, he's just got his Yasha.
Yeah, he's more than 2k away from Manta.
In the next fight. Like, this is the part that's going to be worrisome. There are 2 means of silencing him, and one of them can burst him from full HP with a full combo. Like, that's the potency of a Void Spirit.
Yeah,
Misha?
exactly.
Mistakes might have been made here. Arrow through, Remnant follow-up. It's just so casual. They don't need a hard commit here. They need to be careful as they move away, though. Morphling forced to come forward, and as a result, they'll go in. With the ultimate coming up for Pada, Shackle Shot to interrupt. They'll turn around a Saberlight and try and bring him down. Able to do so. The silence on Morphling means he can do nothing but watch as his teammates fall.
He reacted perfectly, instantly morphed when he saw that the Void Spirit was around to not get caught, but still, they lost 2 people, couldn't get anything in return, and the pressure mudgolems is applying right now to NiP is just too damn high. They can't really get farm off. Like, Charlie, he's looking to fight constantly, but they don't really find a good fight. They tried to engage on the Boania, but we saw their lack of initiation. He's stunned, and then Era tried to Shackle Shot follow-up. But, well, Shackle Shot is not a reliable stun. We saw that there. And they really got issues with the lockdown because Monkey is kind of the only one with Bounty Strike to have a stun for the Storm Spirit.
Oh, and looks like she's going to be going that Shackle Shot. It's cute, but will do nothing. Supreme decides to become the lifestealer, but Fada is reasonably tanky, and you might be baiting yourself in here. You now need to get out quickly. 33 is going to hang around the sun's coming out. They realize that Storm's too far away to re-engage, so they'll just back up. Trade for trade. Dough for a dough.
That's a pretty sweet trade. I mean, when you're behind, every trade, every like 1 versus 1 trade is pretty good for you, but it's still not great. Like you're not getting closer to the enemies.
Well, especially with Bounty Hunter, right? Like any kill becomes decently valuable.
Yeah, that's true.
Although in this game, I don't feel like this game is Saberlight trying to set up kills with tracks. It's just him trying to keep track of exactly what might kill them in a few seconds.
Exactly. Like this bounty, it's just... This happens often on post 3 bounty hunter. You have a bad lane, and then you're suddenly a post 4 bounty hunter with like no real comeback potential because that hero cannot farm. Like you gotta fight, you gotta battle the enemy, you gotta kill the enemy to loot his corpse and get the gold. But if there's no people dying, if you only have 1 kill after 16 minutes of gameplay, the bounty is not that happy.
And it's kind of awkward as this game goes on. It doesn't really get any easier for NiP, right? Because look at the way they draft as a function. Look at how things are progressing. Your next thought of your Ninjas in Pyjamas is, can we split push? And the answer is no. It's really no. Like, Manta will allow Supreme, but everyone else is at risk, right? The Storm Spirit, the Void Spirit. Like, there are plenty ways of killing these heroes that split up across the map.
Yeah, exactly. They can punish the split push very easily, while NiP have huge issues catching people. Now Smoke coming out from Fata and Borania. Haste Rune, Orchid ready. They can kill pretty much any target they find.
Maybe certain Waterman. Nope. They can see the easier target. They say, air out. We'll just pick him off. No need to waste any time on something big like Supreme, but they might with this Moonlight Shadow. He's under tower. He's morphed a lot here. He needs to be careful. They are now under a sentry, though. It'll be obvious. They'll move in and get the silence out, but they're on the high ground. Simulate down towards Misha. They'll come out and say hello. The arrow will be a whiff, but Enchantress should still die. It's just going to take a little bit extra time. He cuts through and decides it's not worth the effort.
Yeah, I mean, they probably could have killed her, but it would have been a huge investment. They could have maybe been punished, and well, it's not worth it to risk like a post 1 or post 3 life for this Enchantress.
No, it's better to just zone her away. That way you can very easily take the towers they just did.
Yeah, exactly. And the tracks are out, but the information doesn't really help when you're just too weak to fight the enemies. Like, damn, Saberlight is really, really sad this game. Like, really sad.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if you're going to be less sad when Charlie completes this item. He's just about to have enough gold for the Ags. And the final component is now going to fly out, but it's going to be nice. I think it's going to help him farm a bit, but I don't see this as the means to win.
Pretty close. Oh, career. Oh, that's the Manta. That's the Manta.
Oh, no, they can't quite get it. Shackle Shot will come out. Milan will be punished for his attempts.
That's a 5-head fate for sure, man. That's a 5-head fate for sure. The courier lived. They got Milan. Perfect play from Supreme. I mean, I gotta admit, that was perfect courier bait. Executed to perfection.
Important that you get that out of the equation for the next fight as well, because they have Spirit Vessel on that Mirana. San's going to come out into Charlie before he can actually use his ultimate. Monkey King being brought pretty low. 33 keeping him silenced up. Remnants are dragging back in to simulate to hit him up and bringing down Misha next on the hit list, but Shackle Shot will interrupt Baranya. Saberlight moves on top, and the damage is way too much. That's 1 Spirit down, but 1 too many as they have to let 33 run away.
Huge fight for mudgolems. They killed the Mirana and then took a great team fight. Skeeter wasn't around. The Mirana was dead. Oh, huge arrow.
Well, it was a good team fight. It's getting worse, though. And Supreme needs to be a little bit careful. Like, they don't have the Resonant Pulses, but... Oh, 33?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
And he's got the 1 in a few seconds. He's not going to get it, though.
What a godlike performance by Supreme here. Oh, arrow.
Okay, this place here is cursed. Anyone who TPs here will be stopped.
Oh my God, Supreme is low on mana.
Fada?
Ring in 6.
He's got his ultimate, and he's going to dance his heart off. Freezer Field is out. Eric taking a lot of damage. Misha has to split up and look to TP away. He won't be successful, though. The arrow hits him in the face, and both supports of Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to be brought down. And they know Supreme's still here. They're moving in. They're like, sup, bro? Welcome to the Cursed Square. The area of the map where no one's TPs will work this game, and Supreme will also fall.
No, it started so damn well for them. They got the pick off on Milan, and then they got the kills on the Void Spirit. In the end, they just lost too many heroes after all. Damn, they were a tiny bit too greedy. They could have backed out. They tried to get more kills. They got another kill, but, well, they had to pay with 3 heroes of theirs, and that's huge. That's huge.
I mean, isn't that how every typical movie in Hollywood kind of goes with that kind of trend? You know, you start out poor, you only need a little bit to get by, you get it, you're happy for 2 seconds, then you want more. All right, then you hit that irredeemable point where the mansion gets stripped away, the Bugatti is gone, life is crappy again, and that's exactly what just happened for NiP.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, that was a huge tempo swing, but well, it swinged the other way right around the clock. And MK now going for Manta. Why? Oh, because of the Orchid, because of the Void Spirit. This monkey, he can become a threat. This Aghanom's item build, it's like pretty new. It's like, I mean, the Aghanom's is not new, but people started rushing it like 1 or 2 months ago. But I really like it. I think the hero is still a bit underdeveloped because that Aghanom's is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty effective because it can help you farm as well as fight, is the thing, right? Speaking of fighting, Saberlight's going to force to do that. Moving in from Baranya. Wukong's going down from the high ground of the trees, but now moving in deeper, they'll be able to find 2 kills. Morphling's down, Charlie has to play with himself and Farah in his little ring, but reinforcements are coming in. Yeah, you find the kill onto the Maiden, but it's going to cost you your life. Baranya will be brought down by the Ags, though. And that's why they build it like you were talking about, but it's still a favorable fight for Golems.
Yeah, they got 4 kills, and they killed Supreme, and this is the Morphling factor. Like, I don't know why, but this hero, like, people are playing so greedily on it, and he just dies on 1k HP without being able to Manta, without being able to Morph, and that's just so painful, dying without getting anything out. But well, that's the weakness of the hero, that you can play on low HP, and most people do it because of efficiency, and well, sometimes you just die.
Yep. I mean, this is the problem, right? You're counted on 2 fronts. Because Milan was able to get such a good time that Spirit Vessel, because you've got this Ags being rushed on 33. Like, these are 2 of the best ways to deal with Morphlings in games, and his item choices are pretty limited. He's going for a Skadi, but, you know, you wouldn't be remiss if you went for a BKB in this situation. That is how rough this game is. It would be justified.
Yeah, exactly. But he's going Skadi, which is also a nice option, but still, BKB is huge value in this game. Maybe we'll pick it off after.
I guess the logic is that Skit is becoming a giant threat, right? We need a way of shutting that down. One good way to deal with Lifestealer is to eliminate how strong that life-stealing aspect is.
That is true. That is true. That's a huge aspect of the hero. Top lane, they're setting up now for 33, but who's setting up who?
Oh, he sees him. He's going to go for it. He might bait himself if he's not careful, though. Air's going to come in. Shackle shot. It whiffs, though. They didn't connect with the tree. And all of a sudden, they need to just back away quickly because reinforcements have arrived for 33, and Skidder is a big, scary boy. Remnant doesn't quite connect onto Charlie, so he won't be found, but there is no kill here anymore.
Oh my god.
The arrow.
Oh my god. Milan he's a monster. He's a monster. He's like these arrows.
Dude, he's whipped on his Jedi robe. He's like, I sense a disturbance in the Force. Just lobs it out in the direction. Oh god, this guy.
Yeah, that was like, these arrows are insane. Like, holy moly, that should not happen. But Saber, I think 1-7-3. He is.
Whoa. You can do better than that. More high pitch. Try again. It's like, holy moly.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
If you need to sit on your testicles to do it, that's fine. But we won't do God's dirty like this, okay? If you cannot do him, you honor his line.
That's true. That's true. Stormstorm in mid now. He's got Orchid finished, yeah, but he's also got the Bloodstone Edge. Yeah, he's also got a Region Rune. That's pretty sweet.
I'm looking at Misha, looking at Baranya, looking at Misha, and there it is. He's like, just in case I need some assistance, Skitter does have Rage, so we'll make this even easier.
Well, he didn't have to pop it because Untouchable goes through Magic Immunity right now, but yeah, safety first. Oh, he's having high ground.
Okay, now he wishes he saved that Rage. That's the egg is gone already. He will at least have it when he comes back up. Reinforcements are on their way. And all of a sudden, into the Pyjamas, they have to settle for that and run away quickly. Supreme gets dragged in. They've already thrown the Spirit Vessel on him. He's in a lot of trouble here, trying to turn around and move away. Waveform. They're not going to pursue, though. They ping it out, but 33 was far too far away from that fight, even with the Astral Step to get across quick enough.
Yeah, pretty sweet though. They got the Aegis, got a track kill out of it. It's, like many people maybe don't know it, but if you kill Skeleton Kings, if you kill Aegis targets and have track on them, you actually get the money. So yeah, quite a good amount of money.
When people ask you why you pick Bounty Hunter, that's just going to be your excuse now.
Oh.
It's good against Aegises, and
Oh my God.
everything is good against Charlie.
Died.
Did he just get caught in the trees again?
Yeah, again.
Free.
It's this guy is
Misha, I don't know what makes you think you can stand there for even a second.
These Bloodstone charges, they're starting to ramp up, and it's not looking good. 15k, Supreme, not really where he wants to be. And this is still a first pick, man. I didn't really believe when I saw this first phase, but somehow the mudgolems are making it work, and they're able to control the Morphling, even though he has the Lifestealer as a morph target.
I mean, I feel like I'm never in a situation where I don't believe in the lifesteal when I see it right now. It's what follows, right? It has to be the right type of heroes. And usually it's these more vulnerable heroes that can benefit from the new ultimate, who need a frontliner. Things like Storm Spirit, Lena, right? Like, usually when we see lifesteal drafts fall apart, it feels like it's because the team drafts themselves into an awkward scenario where they'll pick all these bulky heroes that don't need any assistance or frontliner for them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh
my God, again.
Another support, he says. Moves away, though. Just to reveal, Milan needs to be careful about how deep he goes. He's got the Moonlight Shadow to try and back away, though. And Saberlight was not quick enough for the track. All of a sudden, Misha, I mean, you are just a blood bank to be milked for Baranya right now, as that's now going to be up to 15 charges on the Bloodstone.
Yep, his Bloodstone looking pretty bloody with the blood of Misha right now. I think exclusively. I think the 3 charges he got are all from Misha.
I mean, just sees Misha. He's like, just cracks his neck. He's like, yep, just going to pour you upside down over this container. And that's going to be enough blood for the evening, I think.
Exactly. That's how they play it. And the map dominance is just too damn huge. Like, all lanes pushing in. They will control the bot lane. They will kill the last outer tower. And they will also take... I mean, next Roche gonna respawn in 3 to 6 minutes. They're probably gonna take it and then looking to end the game. Oh my God, Charlie.
Oh, arrow on a Saberlight. Chasing for Charlie as well to try and get the 2-for-1 special and let Saberlight go because they didn't let him get the Paladin sword. But Charlie, I mean, this Ags had one cute moment, but since then has proven pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, the Observer Ward also on the high ground against the Monkey. That's a thing you have to do when you're playing against Monkey. Put that Observer Ward, the Tinker Ward, how it's often called, and just find the Monkey. And 33, he's perfect. He's doing perfect moves. He's playing perfectly, catching that Monkey every single time he tries to split push. And Charlie really has no option in this game to have any impact.
No, ironically enough, everyone on mudgolems are the ones being mischievous in this game. And by the way, neutral item-wise, I mean, they found the best one in this situation. Skitter now has the Paladin sword, so you know that kind of unkillable frontline we were talking about? It just got absurd.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And they even got a Titan Sliver being unused right now. Damn.
I mean, you don't take that over the Paladin sword, right? It's just like, you're a lifestealer. That's amplifying all of your lifesteal elements. Yeah. Why would you ever want anything else?
That's true, that's true.
So I might rate this as like one of the top heroes for the item, right? Because you also benefit so much from the raw damage due to the way you get the attack speed from Feast now.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's, yeah. Aside from Huskar, who's also benefiting heavily from it, but, well, he's a dead hero right now, so yeah, Lifesteal is I think the best currently alive hero that, yeah, for Paladin Sword. But NiP, they're looking for some moves. There are 5 people. The Daggeron era has been up for quite some time. They got the options. They can shackle shot people, but it's just rough. We saw it. The Lifestealer lost the Aegis pretty fast, so this can actually happen again. And if they get the Lifestealer, if they get the Storm, and they don't have an Aegis, it's going to be a pretty good fight. Stormspirit has a Hex though now. Oh my God.
Not only that, 33 identifying how slow he was to that last fight where they lost said Aegis. You know, he's picked up the boost of travel now. The mobility on this side is very dangerous for NiP. Like, it's not easy for them as a unit to go find a quick, dirty kill.
Yeah, exactly. And Voicebird, man, he's got a Solar Crest as well. This guy is humongous. Like, he's 250 kilo beast. I don't know, maybe even 300. Like, Solar Crest, Aghanim, Seals, Travels. That's gross. Yep. Just gross.
Not to mention his next choice items is going to ensure he doesn't have to worry about how deep he gets in the fights, as he has queued up the Aeon Disc.
Exactly. And Skeeter is doing the most sensible thing he can. He went for Basher, now going for BKB. What's that gonna do? He's gonna have like 26 seconds of rage or something. He's gonna have 6 seconds of rage, 10-second BKB, another rage. That is 22 seconds of magic immunity. That's pretty sweet.
Sometimes I like to just imagine these life stealers, they just like the idea of BKB because it makes you even more golden. As if that was possible.
That is true. I mean, rage doesn't make you golden, so he maybe just wants to be golden because rage. Oh no, with this
well, you're already
actually
kind of
golden,
gold, right? Yeah, you're already gold. That's the point, right? So you BKB, you're even more golden. You know, it's just you're tearing up. It's like when you get one of those cool cosmetics from the battle pass, right? It's like have unlockables here, more shiny.
That is true. That is true. I mean, shiny things are, after all, what makes TI that big.
Exactly. Especially the bling that the previous TI winners always wear in each year, you know?
That is true, damn.
By the way, Piranha is ready to fight. They just smoked up, and he's got a surprise waiting inside of him. Something to unleash. The beast is ready to be broken free. As they're moving straight on top with the Hex coming out. Morphling's gone. Long-range initiation is a success, but they're not done just at 2. They want more. Monkey King cannot escape. Charlie's also dead. And they are just crumbling fast. NiP, they're not at the point where they're going to hit GG just yet. But you got to imagine that 1 or 2 of the members are looking down at the keyboard right now and contemplating it.
He was so big. Instantly hexed the Morphling. And then he didn't even look at the Morphling. He just hexed him, hit it 1 or 2 times, and then went on to the next target because he knew that Morphling is dead. I can go for the next target. He's cool. He doesn't look at explosions. And they're looking at Roche, though.
And there's no way to stop this either. I mean, even when your heroes are up, right? You used the Wukongs in that last fight, so that's probably your biggest spell, isn't it? That's actually one of the biggest weaknesses to criticize, is their lineup sucks at stopping Roches.
Yeah, exactly. Like, their team fight, it's monkey ult. You gotta admit, they have a nice lineup, but their team fight is monkey ult. Nothing else, really. They don't have a single big team fight ult. And Roche just goes down. Aegis and Chase. And Boania on the Storm Spirit. 3.3k HP. Hex, Bloodstone, Orchid. It's absurd. It's absurd.
I mean, in fairness, you know, he does look more beefy than he is due to the fact that Skier's done farming and just wants a warm place to hibernate.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so hard to burst him. Like, even if he gets caught, 3.3k HP, that's so damn much.
I mean,
it's hard for them to blow
of
him up.
the Infest, though, right? Like, ever since they added all that health to it. I mean, was it 400, 800, 1200, I believe?
Yeah, 1200. That's insane.
Freaking absurd.
Yeah. Oh, and they're looking for some.
I mean, they did ping Misha, but they're going to be sensible about this. They're bringing in the bot wave. They'll look to take out this tier 2 and then expose the entirety of Ninjas and Pyjamas base.
Yeah, exactly. 1 team wipe and they'll probably go for 3 sides. Yeah, and as you said, their team fight is not that great. The Monkey ult, yeah, it's sweet, but still, their lineup is more of a skirmish lineup, not really 5-on-5 team fight lineup. That's not really what they want to do. But that's what the mudgolems are forcing them to do, because they're just pushing in the waves, gathering up, well, threatening Rex. And it's hard for them to react. And they can't even split push, because, well, Charlie tried it a lot. He got caught every single time by 33.
Exactly, that's the potency of really any spirit against split pushes, right? Like, you can't name me one spirit, even Spirit Breaker, that isn't good against split push type heroes.
Exactly. They're the king of split push, the spirits of split push. And, well, took the tier 3 top, and Skeeter, this guy doesn't look like he wants to go home just yet.
It's like, well, I mean, you know, it's hard to kind of masticate these buildings. You know, concrete isn't easy to chew, but okay. I'll come back. Range Rax looks delicious right now. Om nom 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 nom. Moving in. Trying to om nom nom on a Supreme, but they decide to go for an easy target. Moving on the side of the main fight. Hex is already out. Follow up on a Monkey to bring low. Charlie's going to be brought down. No way that they can save him. Fada will die, though. 1-for-1 exchange. And a long time dead for Fada. Supreme trying to stand his ground, but Skidder with the BKB not caring at all. Piranha's going to be infested into, so he doesn't have to give over that Aegis. Shackle shot, everything thrown into him to get the kill. Skidder will come out, say surprise, and look to fight them in the face. The matches come out, the follow-up silence as well. The control up Supreme, going to bring him down quick enough, and Piranha arrives just in time to try and fight with the Shackle shot. Will allow them to disengage, but without Supreme, there's no easy way NiP can fight. They might just have to back up and surrender some buildings here, and instead, they get cocky. These kids, they try and fight, and they're going to pay the price. They get spanked by the parents. Hera has to buy back. Eating the cheese. Piranha refuses to go down before he takes Saberlight with him. He'll be able to move away quick enough that these supports can do nothing to stop Piranha.
This guy is going ham, and Supreme, no buyback. They're just losing the buildings now after Borania killed every single one of them, kind of. 17 kills, 23 Bloodstone charges. This guy is a beast. Like, damn. Like, after yesterday, after today, I don't think anyone has the rights to doubt that mudgolems picked this guy up, because he has been performing so damn well. Like, this guy, damn.
I'm happy to see that he's getting success out of those Balkan stacks we were talking about, right? These players that always play together. Maybe the issue was that to an extent, either Piranha's come this far, or maybe it was just it was a mismatch, right? Because you get that sometimes. You find the right team where you slide in and you're given the opportunity to shine, and this is exactly the kind of performances you can get.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of like Topson. Like, this guy, some people say he came out of nothing. No, he didn't come out of nothing. He played for Stacks in like 2014. I don't know how old he was. He was like probably 14 back then or something. He played in Stacks, and he wasn't really flashy. He was just another 5 to 6K player who's playing a lot of Earth Spirit. Some people may remember Topson Kent Earth Spirit. That was like a 2014 team or something.
Yeah.
People knew the name, but he was just nothing special. But then, like, he improved. He got picked up by OG, and then it was his time to shine. Sometimes you just need the right fit to shine, and this team, this mudgolems team, seemed to be the team for Borania, because this guy is just, I don't know, his performance is off the charts good.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing. Like, you get these players who it's either they don't get a chance to shine because it's not the right team. They might even be innovative, but it's not appreciated. I mean, I remember months before Topson got picked up by OG. I recall one or two players kind of flaming that in the club games, he would always glyph the first creep wave. And this was before the Beyond the Summit, where Quinn pointed that out and opened the community's eyes to how important that was, right? Like, he was setting trends ahead of time. And Piranha, he's always been there as a pretty goddamn stable mid, but it's just getting the right team. Team is 5 members. In this day and age, a flashy player makes some difference, but won't win you the games. We're beyond the days where you can just pick an all-star roster and win every tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking like a star. He's looking for kills. Blood is in the water, and this shark is swimming. But Charlie, this fishy's quick enough to move away.
Pretty sweet that he lived there, but still, like, level 18 on the monkey, well, Stonespirit just picked up his level 25 talent.
I wonder if he's going to be interrupting a lot of the backline with all these additional versions of him everywhere.
He might.
You know what it probably was? He's like, I like what Charlie's doing. It's cool that he's got kind of like duplicates of himself all around. I want to do that too.
Yeah, probably. He's like, I want to have more remnants than Monkey King. So, well, going for the talent, and this talent is. Many people flamed that talent when it got introduced. Like, many people were saying, "Oh my God, what kind of shit talent is this? Auto remnant? What? Why is such a bad talent?" And well, after all, it's one of the most OP talents in the game. So, yeah.
Oh yes, the good old I'll delay the game for 20 more minutes, if nothing else. But as aggressive usage, we see they move into Morphling. He's Hexed up. They will be able to save him for the moment. But Void Spirit, way too danky to deal with. 4k HP on this hero. Movement in. Charlie gets brought down. Buyback comes out. But they've already lost Misha, and he's dead for 80 seconds. No way to get back into this. Silence onto the Monkey King ensures that he can't even throw down the Wukongs to try and counterattack. So they'll just back away.
Yeah, losing Charlie. Making him buy back. Losing Misha. And not spending anything.
Arrow. It's going to set him up. They jump straight in. That's going to be the dieback for Charlie. Dead for 90 seconds. Supreme. He doesn't have the firepower to do this on his own. Milan's going to move away from him. On the save, they'll chase down on top of him, though. Controlling him up, killing off the morph, and forcing out the GG, which we could all feel was coming as we approach 46,000 net worth lead for mudgolems, with only 1 tower and a ranged racks taken inside this base.
Holy smoke! I didn't even look at the net worth. 40k, 46k. Like, what the hell, man? 40. Yeah. Like, I was like, I mean, the game is pretty one-sided, but no, man, this is destruction, pure destruction. And after all, the morphling into the lifesteal was good, but the draft from NiP, it just lacked disable, I think. They had a +5 Eng, so no disable there. They had a +3 Bounty Hunter, no disable there. Had a +4 Enchantress. Windrunner, not really that great stun. I mean, yeah, Shackle is sweet and stuff. And yeah, Morphling +2, also not really disable heavy. Monkey King, yeah, he's got the bounties, but there's not really any disable against Storm and Void Spirit. you're in for a rough one. And well, this was a really rough one.
I mean, we highlighted that in the draft, right? Like we said when they were approaching their final pick, you need someone that's going to provide some stuns, some good lockdown, maybe some team fight. They got a little bit of that from Charlie, but I think this might be a potential weakness we can highlight for NiP. Is we know that they like to pick these kind of more like a carry type mids for Supreme, like the Templar Assassins, like the Morphlings, right? And Charlie, you already highlighted yourself. He likes these more farm focused heroes, the Life Stealers, the Monkey Kings. So really, if NiP get that many picks into their draft and you're looking as your opponent going, they don't have many stuns, you know in the remaining picks, that's not likely to change that much. And it frees you up to be pretty greedy with these, what would usually be more vulnerable type of picks from mudgolems.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the Saberlight Bounty Hunter, I think it was to counter the Leicester, but that didn't work out, and when that didn't work out, the hero just fell flat. If you can't dominate the lane, if you can't snowball in mid game with a vision from the tracks, that hero just doesn't offer much. Compared to the Tidehunter, this hero, he can get destroyed in lane, but still, he will offer auras, he will offer an AoE stun. Yeah, that's something. But this Bounty Hunter, I don't know, I didn't like it. Didn't work out. Maybe they'll have to go back to the more traditional offlaners with a stun, with the engage.
I mean, this is something that teams have become more like attuned to, right? It's not focusing too much on the lane counter. If you can get a reasonable lane matchup, if you have someone that works afterwards, and this is someone we highlighted early on, it's like, what is your synergistic elements with a bounty hunter other than he give nice gold? Oh, is he going for it? Are you cracking it open?
Let me pop a quick one. Yeah, I mean, this game was so hype, gotta cool down a bit.
You have. I mean, I'm gonna check on my fridge in a moment. Before we do, one last thing I want to point out is what you hit on with the graphs at the end. Just gonna pull it up on stream right now. Like you're like, holy moly, what happened with that gold lead? As the XP lead, look at the win probability in this one.
And that was pretty pretty one-sided. Like even Dota Plus predicted that the draft from mudgolems was stronger, but just slightly stronger, not 46k lead advantage stronger.
No, and mudgolems, they make a statement, open this one up. You know, Ninjas of Pyjamas, you can say they held on, but we're going to have to see if that worked against them. Because sometimes when you're in that kind of beatdown, the demoralization can build, the doubts can build. Hopefully they can shake that, come back into this, and make sure that we get at least 3 games here. Well, I say at least a total of 3 games here, and begin their comeback. As in a few moments, we will return for game number 2 between mudgolems and Ninjas in Pyjamas.